A major clash just erupted in Washington, one that could shake the balance of power between the White House, the Supreme Court, and the Federal Reserve. This isn't a distant policy debate. It's a direct challenge to the law itself, with real consequences for the economy and for American democracy. Let's jump straight into what's happening and why it matters.
You all haven't stopped by the Department of Labor. Mr. President, I invite you to see your big, beautiful face on a banner in front of the Department of Labor, because you are really the transformational president of the American worker, along with the American flag and President Roosevelt.
Working for this government, for you, is the greatest honor of my life. I tell it to everybody, and I really do feel that way, and I thank you.
You have breathed life back into the profession of law enforcement. Your respect for law enforcement is so incredible. It's making a difference.
This is just such a great opportunity, really, to recognize your leadership as a true champion for working people.
Well, everyone knows there's no stronger advocate for hardworking American families than you.
Well, Mr. President, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to work for you.
And our country has never been so secure thanks to you. You have brought us back from the edge.
And there's only one thing I wish for, that noble committee finally gets its act together and realizes that you are the single finest candidate since this Nobel Award was ever talked about.
That's not analysis. That's pure praise from inside Trump's own circle. But this glowing language makes today's move even more dangerous because it shows how insulated he is from accountability. Just watch how this reverence collides with reality. Despite these carefully staged compliments, Trump's recent actions tell another story. He just moved to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, citing an unproven mortgage fraud allegation from one of his allies. Cook denies everything, refuses to step aside, and has already sued, pushing the fight toward the courts. Here's the bombshell. Earlier this year, the Supreme Court's own conservative majority indicated the president does not have the power to remove Fed officials at will. They called the Fed a uniquely structured, quasi-private institution meant to stay independent from political interference. If that's true, Cook should have been untouchable. Trump is betting the court won't enforce its own words. By claiming cause without clear evidence, he's daring the justices to either challenge him or prove they won't.
And the legal flaw here is that statute where Congress has said you can only fire based on cause. What's the legal definition of cause? It's not a tweet by a Trump partisan. Can you imagine if a tweet could be the basis for breaking the law? All you need to do is ask, you want to get rid of somebody, tweet. Cause has to be proof that the law has been broken or gross misconduct on the job. What do these baseless allegations even have to do with her job? So what you see is, as Ali notes, another red line that has been breached and broken in this push towards authoritarianism. But it's one that hits Americans in the pocketbook.
This isn't coming from just one side of the aisle. Even conservative commentators like Eric Erickson are warning Trump is playing with fire, threatening Fed independence, and declaring someone guilty without due process. Why does this matter beyond Washington politics? Because the Federal Reserve controls interest rates, credit, and inflation policy. Undermining its independence could directly affect jobs, prices, and the stability of the entire financial system. Will the Supreme Court enforce the law against a president defying it? Or will they blink, proving Trump can punish officials at will if they refuse to follow his economic script? Either way, the explosion has already happened. The fallout is just beginning. If you want to stay informed on stories like this, where power, law, and the economy collide, make sure to follow the channel, tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Supreme Court step in, or is Trump unstoppable here?